Hey there, I am the Fairchild of professional wrestling and cosplay manager in my free time.
Cosplay manager. So
Have
you manage
full time.
you manage the cosplayers. Okay. Ultimo Gallos here, DIY Mississippi Film Works. This is the night after. It was Bad to the Bone. BIW was the September the 25th, I think was the date.
Yes.
25th show. So a little results, a little talking about it here. So you actually got busy early.
Yeah. We got there 2:30, but the ring didn't get there until about 4:30?
4:20, yeah, 4:30, yeah.
But me and 5 other guys, great guys, we got that ring set up. And the whole time we were setting up the ring, we were so into the zone we didn't even notice the chairs were being set up around us.
I know. You look up and they're all up.
And yeah, and so, but it was such a great. I love setting up the ring and doing all that work, putting together all that stuff so that I can get to see a great show by some incredible people, some incredible athletes, except for people named Darkheart. And other than that, it was a blast. I'm sore as all get out today.
Yep.
All up here, my shoulders, everywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
I was on my feet all night, but it was a blast. I'm still a little hoarse, too.
Oh, yeah. My voice is destroyed right now. Now, while he was busy lifting heavy stuff, putting the ring together, I was sitting on my ass at the table, getting to interview Damian Wayne, which you can find on the channel. Matter of fact, you just got to see it. Good little interview, Damian Wayne. Was that the first time you'd ever seen Damian Wayne?
Live, yes.
Okay. That's why I figured you saw him.
You told me a long time ago
Yeah.
to look up his stuff on YouTube, and I did.
And
That's good.
There was a pile of some chairs. Your fiance was helping us do chairs. She did a great job. We had, about 5 of us doing chairs, and we got chairs out in like 20 minutes, which is amazing.
Y'all did great. I mean,
besides where the ring truck was, you always have to wait for that to get pulled out. We had everything else done like that. It was blew my mind how fast we did it, because we had his fiance, who's not a very tall lady. She's lifting stuff way over her head. Yeah. The 2 kids were helping us. You see the little 3-year-old and the 5-year-old, and they were doing a good job. You know,
it was fun. It was fun to get to play catch with them and Sam for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had the football, and then they had that Roddy Piper Mad Ball.
Yeah.
All right, so grab your phone real quick, sir. We're gonna get started on the matches here, because man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Voices carry really easy.
Not a problem. Not a problem. We had 6 matches. So what was our first match?
First match was T-Ray versus a guy I had never seen before named Michael Darkheart. And T-Ray won after some extensive work to the arm.
Yeah, because he did work, Michael Darkheart did work on T-Ray's arm. Now,
Yes.
Darkheart had this kind of like evil clown sort of gimmick going on, and the crowd didn't seem to respond to it very well. And the match, it was not a horrible match. It just, something felt off. And T-Ray was doing, because T-Ray is one of those guys that, you know, if he shows up to BIW, he's going to have a good match, yeah.
And people like him, and he's so damn good.
Oh, he's such a nice guy.
But yeah, this guy in the ring was I don't know what was wrong with him.
Something
was
off.
Shits. One that, yeah, like you said, the crowd didn't really react to him. I was like, who is this Bray Wyatt Joker cosplay wannabe? And, you know, he just looked silly. And then he was trying too hard, I think, in the ring, or he was nervous or something.
He was probably nervous, man, because
maybe high.
Well, here's what it felt like, and you might get this. It was like if you took a 33 RPM record and played it at 78 speed. It was off. It was just a little off. But you know what? It wasn't a horrible shit storm match. It was, most other feds, this match would have been like, you know, it was good mid-card match.
It wasn't short.
No,
I mean, it wasn't long.
It was about 12 minutes. Yeah.
And you know, T-Ray went over.
Yeah.
So that was the best part. At least the weird clown guy didn't win, because the crowd would have been like, dude, if this is what we're watching, we might as well just have stayed home and watched fucking SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah. Well, does any wrestling air on Saturday nights? I know Championship Wrestling Hollywood used to.
Reruns.
Okay, so what's our second match, sir?
Second match of the night was the Vordell Walker.
Before that,
that's right.
We had something special.
We did. The first ever group meeting of Southern Royalty in the ring, discussing the future of Southern Royalty and its members.
Right.
And I really enjoyed the segment that they did.
I loved it.
Rob Love is always so entertaining. He's so great. I'm glad that I get to design his t-shirts and everything. I'm looking very forward to doing that for this man.
Jeremiah unveiled new ring gear and the Plague Doctor
He
mask.
had this incredible mask.
I like the outfit.
The outfit was good. The dark is
Yeah.
better.
You know, he's evolving the character, and I like the way it's going.
His hair's getting longer.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
And then you have Bam Bam Malone, one of your favorites.
Bam Bam Malone, yeah.
And,
even as a heel,
yeah,
he's one of my favorites.
And this would be your second time seeing Gil Gracie, because we saw him at 225 last year.
Yep.
Gil Gracie, this guy used to at one time ran one of the biggest independent MMA feds in the United States. He's an MMA guy, does wrestling, and he's not a young guy. He's probably my age, a little bit older than me, probably pushing 50, but he is just cut. Dude is in shape, and Rob got out there and was like, we'll let Gil Gracie work with us tonight. He's sending him out against APOC. Jeremiah's been, we forgot Camacho. How can we forget Camacho? 450 pounds.
This big hoss, let me tell you, this guy should be named Hog Chain.
I love it.
But I already gave that to Philip, Mr. Hog Chain, Philip Cersei, just because he looks like a guy that could really just saddle some damn.
And Camacho, man, he was going off, and the crowd was just giving him as much as he could put out.
Absolutely.
And Rob.
But he was going, man.
I know. Rob pissed on the Rob's the king, King Rob Love. We're not exactly sure what country's the king of. We never have to figure that out. But he knows, he wants to talk to us peasants. Yes. He pissed off these two guys on one side of the ring. One guy was bald and looked like it's Stone Cold Steve Austin instead of Budweiser did crack.
Yeah.
And
he was irritating.
He was, and this guy got so pissed off at Rob, he turned around and started twerking his ass towards Rob. Then, no, and you didn't see this part. There was a guy in a lucha mask. It was like a Spider-Man mask, but it was purple. He puts his feet on his chair, stands up, and he starts doing the same thing. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Yell at him, flip him off, but why are you shaking your butt at him? I don't get it. But Rob just knows so. He's like, blah, 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 he wanted through stuff. But then, what happens?
What happened was, out of nowhere, they're discussing who and what is going on with the future of their group, and out of nowhere, bam, they all just start attacking, no pun intended there, Bam Bam Malone.
Yeah, Bam Bam got a boo-boo.
Yeah, he did. He had pretty bad boo-boos after that, and but that was a good segment, and then APOC ran out with a stop sign, and Cassidy Riley ran out to save Bam Bam Malone.
Which, I loved it, but one thing, I saw somebody, I'm not going to name who, taking a stop sign from outside the building. They bought it. It wasn't a stolen stop sign. And taking it back to the locker room, like, crap, somebody's going to get over the stop sign. I knew it. If I had no advance, I would have popped so loud. But it's like, hey, it's Cassidy, it's APOC. Crowd loves both of them. APOC's the champion. He's I think it's the BIW Southern World or something like that.
Southern Heritage.
No. The Deep South Heritage is Frankie. Okay. This is like Southern Heavyweight, maybe.
Yeah, I read it yesterday. It does say heavyweight, yes.
So they come out and they beat the hell out of Southern Royalty, run them off. And Cassidy's like, he's pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew Cassidy was there. He's not on the card. He just happened to come hang out. Because he's kind of local. He lives somewhere in Louisiana.
Except that one dude who just kept constantly screaming, Cassidy, you suck. Cassidy, this guy. I wanted to knock that guy out so bad. But
they had some very...
he was sitting behind my family just annoying the shit out of him.
Was that the bald guy?
This is their second show.
Was that the bald guy?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Crackhead Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude was...
Yeah, he was
over security. Got the vibe, so...
Yeah, security kept an eye on him for a little while there. Top flight security, J&J. But... And we had security shirts. That was a great thing. There was security shirts.
That was a great thing. Me and Justin are actually doing a shirt trade. He's giving me one of those. I'm going to give him one of the Rob Love shirts.
I talked to him. I was like, dude, next time you get a batch made, let me know how much it costs. I want one. Probably won't wear it that often at the show because I'm usually in one of my wrestling shirts.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want one.
And I was last night kind of doing security. So I'd go around and stuff.
We all have to do. Y'all do multiple jobs.
Yeah.
I'm filming. I got an arm out to keep the kids back. I'll let y'all handle the adults. And you know what? Your nephews, I never had to ask them to stay back. They're always really good.
Really, really good.
They stay by the chair or close to the chair.
They were so into the show. The one thing was when Ryder Man, he walked up, he touches Danny Chance on the, hand.
Well, Danny was out, yeah. Danny was out, and he was just making sure he's all right. But we'll get to that in a second, because they announced that we're going to have a tag match.
Yes, an impromptu tag match later in the night between Bam Bam Malone, Cassidy Riley, King Rob Love, and the Nightmare Jeremiah.
Which, man, That's a lot of meat in that ring.
That is.
Because Cassie is not a small guy. He's been around for quite a while. Jeremiah is not a small guy. Jeremiah is probably a good 300 pounds.
Yes.
Rob is not small, but he's not a big guy. And then Bam Bam gets more cut every time you see him, and the hair gets longer. Bam Bam looks like he should be like in a Poison or Def Leppard cover band. And that's his whole feel, and it works. So our next match would be, was it
Vordell versus Damian Wayne.
My match of the night, just straight up. My match of the night.
That was, everybody loved it. There was plenty of entertainment in it, plenty of hilarious spots in it.
Then some good hard hitting blows, some good wrestling.
Great stiffness.
Yeah.
They had some outside blows.
They worked everything into one match. A little
did.
bit of high flying.
That's what I call the perfect match. Perfect way to be booked. Perfect way to,
Yeah, it was great.
And in the video, Damian Wayne said he's been facing Vordell like over
close to 20 years. They've been feuding for. That's why Josh has been trying to bring Damian Wayne in for quite a while, and it's just getting him down here with his, because he comes in from Tennessee now, and getting him down here where he's not already booked. Because Damian works everywhere. He's like Vordell is down here. He's after like Tennessee, the Carolinas, and man, and what blows my mind is Vordell's 44, 45. He's somewhere around there. Damon told me he just turned 50. These two guys, put their age, they're over 90 years old, and they went out there and acted like they were 19 years old and just beat the hell out of each other. One thing I noticed, and I said this on my footage, I ain't got it up yet, Vordell seemed to be like targeting Damian Wayne's balls throughout most of the match.
That was great.
Like, pulling him into the ring post.
Well, firstly, he did it to himself the first time.
When he
slides into it, and his facials were wow.
Oh, he's so good.
Sam looked at me and said, "So, I guess that can happen." And it was so great. And then the fact that Vordell just kept pulling him back and everything. If there was ever a time more appropriate for one more time chance, it was that.
And I love that your mom and dad and your brother are right there with the perfect corners to get like perfect.
Oh, my mom was all into the show.
I bet she was laughing.
She was laughing.
And your dad was probably laughing as well.
Because she doesn't come to the wrestling that often.
No.
She's not that big of a wrestling fan.
I've seen her maybe at 3 shows total out of the pile we've been to. All right, so after that, was it the Deep South Heritage match next?
Let me see. It was Danny Chance against Frankie Thomas, and this was a damn good match. It is so close. It is like a tie for me with my favorite match of the night, but I'm not gonna, reveal it next. But actually, yours and mine are tied.
This one, any other show, this would be my match of the night. Just I've been wanting to see Damian Wayne live for like almost 20 years, and put him in there against Vordell. I'm like, okay, this match I've been waiting on. I've been waiting to see Danny Chance taking on Frankie Thomas for a while now, because I'm ready for Frankie to lose that belt.
Yes,
he's had it for a while. He's an Alabama fan, so you gotta hate him.
Yeah.
Even though the crowd, I don't get, they chant LSU, and I'm like, we're in Mississippi.
It's an LSU town, man. LSU and Ole Miss are Mississippi State.
They don't add more. They don't say Ole Miss. They don't say Mississippi State. They're always talking about Loser State University or Louisiana State Penitentiary.
Dude, I have a little story to tell about LSU. I worked at Little Caesars with a guy who was freaking obsessed with them.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
had
those
the
people.
yellow car, had everything.
Had the purple everything.
He would call himself the Honey Badger 50,000 times a day. And he loved to run up to the walk-in door and make every job take 2 hours too long. And he would run up to the door and open it and go, "Hey, supposed to." And I'm like, dude, you're fucking 20 years old. I'm 18.
Oh, God.
He did it every time. I had to go in the walk-in. Or anybody.
I don't know how you last as long there as you did.
And that was his true voice. It was Hermit on helium.
I would have went like Nick Gage. I would have went Nick Gage with pizza cutter on everybody in that store. I would have cut them all that Nick Gage cut up Jared Good. But this match, man, we got everything in this match.
It was great. It was absolutely great. The ref was so on his game.
And who was the ref in this? Was it Obama or was it DJ?
Obama.
Okay.
He called when Frankie had his feet on the ropes.
Yep.
The best moment to me was Danny's going for a dive outside of the ring. Frankie, bang, super kick. Danny's out on the floor for the longest
And that's
time.
when your nephew was trying to help him up, wasn't it?
He was.
That was so cool because I didn't realize it was your nephew at first. And James was like, okay, don't do that. But now I realized who it was. I'm like, oh, that was so cool. Yeah. He's like, come on, Danny, get up. Because Danny is loved in this town. He's probably the number 2 most loved in Brookhaven.
Outside of APOC,
APOC.
absolutely.
And how did you like those DKOs? Danny, instead of RKOs, these were DKOs. Because Danny was knocking him out from everywhere.
Those were the one where he like pulls the flip into it off the freaking.
And I've never seen him do it before. It's like, whoa.
And I watch his stuff on YouTube
all
the time.
I watch his stuff in Texas. I watch his stuff here.
Posts on Facebook and stuff all the time.
If you don't know who Danny Chance is, just go on YouTube, look up The Amazing Danny Chance, and watch any match you find. Because no matter what it is, it could be a tag, it could be a singles. Danny's going to go out there and give you 110%.
I'm a huge fan of Danny's, but whenever I have to do commentary, I'm, of course, color. So I always call him Danny No Chance. But
I forgot about that.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
he is absolutely incredible.
And man, he won the match.
He did. He got the title.
And
he broke down a little in the ring.
And then
he deserved it.
And then he got on the mic and said it was for everybody in the crowd, for his dad who just passed away not that long ago. And he was so happy. I don't know how many people in the crowd knew this. We knew this. Danny travels 13 hours from where he lives in Texas to Brookhaven, Mississippi, which I'm sure is a smaller town than what he lives in Texas, to come entertain us. And you guess this guy here. Usually Danny gets there within maybe an hour before the doors open.
Sometimes it's literally minutes.
Yeah, sometimes he walks in
through the crowd.
How's everybody going? Runs to the locker room.
Yeah,
and he always gives it all. Don't matter. He could be tired. He could be wiped out. Dude is amazing.
He's done 3 shows in a row, 3 nights in a row.
And he'll do anything to get the crowd's attention. Now,
absolutely.
Love that he got the belt. So, now, was this intermission after this?
There was an intermission, and then the next match, if I'm not mistaken, was...
Because intermission was fun. Did you, real quick, since we're on intermission, did you pick yourself up anything?
I did. I got myself this Wrestling Everything shirt. I've been wanting one for a while, and...
You got it off Chuck, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been seeing people in them and everything, and, I was like, hey, man, are you the one with the Wrestling Everything shirts? Because, I love this shirt.
It's a well-designed shirt. It's a nice, high-quality shirt.
The Heritage Hope shirts were loud and represented.
You had yours. I had mine.
I love my shirt, man. It's so great. I had to wash it. Of course, it was drenched in sweat.
That's why I don't have mine on today either. Yeah. Both shirts I wear are drenched.
But the next match was Camacho against Ray Fury, and Camacho has not lost. He went over.
Camacho has not lost before this match, and we thought Ray might win because Ray is kind of competing with Danny Chance as the number 2 favorite, and that's because Ray is a local guy. He comes out of the Jackson area, and Ray has stepped up his gimmick table game. He's got everything you want.
Oh yeah,
watches. He's got Ray's got some great. He's got really great masks.
Masks are phenomenal.
Really good masks. I want to get one. It's just, and by the time I think about it, he's already packed everything.
I'm gonna buy one of his T-shirts.
Yeah, I've got a shirt. I thought you got one the last show.
I was going to, but remember I ended up picking the Frankie Thomas shirt.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And I was thinking like he's not going to be in it much longer.
Yeah.
This might be my only chance to get a.
Whereas we know Ray's going to be wrestling another.
I love Frankie.
Yeah. And that Frankie shirt's badass. But man, Ray's another one of them guys like Danny. He'll do whatever it takes. But Camacho, 450 pounds. Ray's what?
And he's flying around the ring too with Ray. I mean, he kept up with him.
And Ray's probably what, 185?
Yeah, 185.
Because Ray's a tall guy, but he's just
like me.
Yeah. You might have a few pounds on you, barely.
Yeah, I'm 180.
Yeah,
184.
I was like, I know you're fairly slim.
185.
And then we got the tag, folks. Yeah, I'm out of time. Then we got the tag match. The tag match that got promised to us earlier, and the crowd was hot for this because you had Bam Bam who just turned face, and the crowd's been trying to cheer for him for a while. I know you've been a big fan for a while.
Oh yeah.
Cassidy, who's probably the number 3, number 4 face in Brookhaven. Everybody enjoys him. Quite a few of us remember watching him on TNA, or was it?
People remember him from the
Tables match.
That got him over pretty good.
I forgot about that. That was last show
here.
That
was a great one, man. Me and your dad, we almost got freaking ran over.
That's right, at my table.
Philip almost got ran over.
I gotta go through that footage, put that stuff up. I've been having to sit on footage for a little while, people, because of I was asked to, and it's supposed to be popping up on Vimeo, and stuff's happening. It is out there. It's saved. Remember, he just saw the folder it's in before we started filming. But it'll be up. But then you have King Rob Love, and Jeremiah in his new gear. And Jeremiah, did you see the couple of kids he scared?
I did.
It's
great. Every time he makes kids. It's so great. And
in this match, man. If I remember right, this was a double count out.
Let me see. It was. It was no contest.
Okay, yeah.
And it was not even supposed to happen.
Right. And wasn't one of your nephews pissed off because Jeremiah didn't win?
Yes.
He was totally miserable.
Bam Bam gets out of the ring. My oldest nephew, my middle nephew, they're just high-fiving, they're hugging, they're like, oh, we're so happy you won and everything. And they get to, little man.
Yeah.
And he goes to high-five him and give him a hug, and Colt, and he was like, what's wrong? He was like, you won. It wasn't Jeremiah,
Yeah, because Jeremiah didn't win because double count. Well, was it a double count or just a no contest?
It was just no contest.
Okay, that's what
I'm pretty sure. And he just, I wanted Jeremiah to win. And Bam Bam was like, oh, well,
sorry, dude.
Too bad. Well, what can I do?
And that kind of fits Bam Bam's character.
Yeah.
He's trying to be cool about it. He's like, man, kid, you're supposed to be cheering me.
Yeah. But such a great guy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible worker. The matches he's had with Barrett in the past.
I know. You know what? You know what we should start doing with
matches.
Bam Bam? Every time we watch somebody go boom, boom. Go boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Well, I know, you know what? We can't do it because of Mustang Mike. He's already got the boom, boom.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll come up with something.
Is it boom, boom or just boom?
I think it's boom, boom.
Because I have a shirt that's just boom, and then one that just says, here comes the boom.
I have to look it up, dude. It's been almost a year since we saw him.
That must be what he says to the women right before.
Then we got our main event. And usually you don't get 6 matches on a PIW.
No.
Usually it's 5. And the talking with Rob Love and them went on a little bit.
It did. It went on a little bit long, which caused this match to be cut just a little short.
Yeah.
So, when it ended, everybody was kind of, whoa, what?
Yeah,
like I was.
And the weird thing was usually the main event's going on like 9:30, 9:45 at the latest. This was real close to 10. So I knew it was going to be a shorter one, but you had Gil Gracie, who we both saw at 225 last year in Tylertown, I think October. And APOC, who I've seen APOC, I can't tell you how many times. APOC's been the champ for a while. I've seen APOC like 20, 30 times. I got an APOC shirt, which I almost wore tonight.
I still have not gotten. I wanted to get one of his.
The new one?
The one that's got the angel wings on it.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, I got the old one's got the Castle Grayskull.
I just always forget to.
And the thing with the Castle Grayskull is I want another one, but he don't have it in my size anymore. He said he's redoing it. And APOC is Brookhaven loves him. Brookhaven. We were talking about this in the Waffle House after the show. How in Brookhaven he is just he's the Hulk Hogan, John Cena, whatever you want to say, all mixed into one. Whereas the other guys, they love him, but not like Brookhaven. And that's part of that's because he bled out on the floor.
Oh,
and he busted his science cabinet and just put a puddle of blood. The fans just fell in love with him.
They did, and one thing about him, he is, like you said, up in age, like 40,
43, 44, yeah.
Not terribly old,
no.
Yeah. But when I first saw him a couple of years ago, he was way bigger.
Yeah, he lost
like 300 pounds.
He's probably lost about 30, 40 pounds.
He looks phenomenal. Yeah. Every time I've seen him for the past couple of months, he just looks better and better. I'm like, whoa, this guy is going to be like.
Well, you know what? He's motivated. He's super motivated now because he got that belt and a hell of a match against Steve Anthony. Hell of a match. And he's had a couple good defenses. And man, Gil Gracie brought it to him. Gil Gracie with them kicks.
This is probably one of the best runs of APOC's career.
Oh, yeah. Probably. Oh, yeah. And you know, it's been good match after good match after good match. And Gil Gracie, I actually thought Gil was going to win this. And then APOC out of nowhere got the pin. Yes. Kind of surprised me. And honestly, I missed it till I watched the footage because I was there with security guard, Mr. King of Means, James, and J&J Security, Top Flight Security. I turned to say something. I had my camera pointed at the ring. I turned to say something to him. Then I heard ding, 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 3. I'm like, oh, man, we missed the pin. I was like, okay, we'll watch on the camera in a few minutes.
Same thing happened to me and, everybody of the Exact Change gang.
Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, Exact Change gang, where is this? Okay.
Mine's on the...
Hey, no problem, dude. I figure yours is probably on your best.
I completely forgot to wear it last night. You just reminded me.
So, after this gets over, Rob Love comes out and talks about how, is it December or is it January in Brookhaven?
December 11th.
December. Now, Rob's being smart. I like how Rob's doing this. He wants that belt. But he knows he's going to have to wear APOC down. So, he sent in Gil Gracie.
Gil Gracie, yes.
Next show in Natchez, I think it's Camacho.
Yes.
So he's wearing APOC down because
I'm sorry. In Natchez, Camacho called out Bordell Walker. Remember?
Okay, so it's me.
Bordell called him out.
It's gonna be Rob Love then. But what Rob's doing is the next show in Brookhaven. They're bringing in Rob uses connections. Rob got connections. Bringing in ECW.
Yes.
Legend, who I actually thought was retired. It's surprising when I heard this. C.W. Anderson.
Yes.
So that big old medicine ball head. I want him to headbutt APOC just to see that image.
That blew. I hope he has T-shirts. I'm gonna.
Oh,
buy
he will,
one.
dude. He will. He will.
That blew my freaking mind, man.
Wait a minute. You did not know before the show?
No, that was the one thing I didn't know.
I did not know it.
Like James kept like kind of fucking with me.
Yeah, they said something
because they kept talking, and James would be like, "Quit talking." He's like, "You're saying too much."
Yeah,
J&J
like,
Security. I'm not saying that much. He's
J&J
like,
Security.
I know, and yeah.
But man, Rob did it, and the show. No, I'm guessing. I'm just eyeball estimating the crowd. I'm saying 260 to 280, which is a damn good crowd. Mississippi Independent Wrestling. 100 people is considered a good crowd. We've been to shows with less.
Oh, yeah.
We've been to shows with more.
Yeah.
This was and the crowd was hot and loud all night. From the first match all the way through to the end, they were into it. The tables, anybody had a table did good.
Yeah.
Everybody had a table did good. Your nephews, thank you, sir. You hooked your nephews up with something, which I appreciate.
Yes.
Matter of fact, there's a piece of merch I've been trying to sell. And I was getting ready.
I know.
I dropped it. I had it at 20. I dropped it to 15.
I'm just shocked because Daniel Bryan's so big with kids.
That's what
you know what it
is. The parents are like, man, I got 3 kids. I don't want to spend that amount. Because I was asking 20. I dropped it to 15. It's the Daniel Bryan NXT. I think it's like his rookie figure or something. And did you see what was on the back of it? A Daniel Bryan NXT card was in a hard case taped to the back of the package.
Cool.
So hopefully when he opened it up, he noticed that. But ain't no big. Well, we get through. You go help tear down the ring, and man, y'all blew through that. And I didn't realize there was only 3 of y'all.
It took 6 of us to set it up, 3 of us to take it down, which I've done it now 5 times, and I'm still learning something
already. Wow.
I'm still learning something new every single time, and I love it. I'm addicted to it.
It's a blast.
I still haven't gotten the chance to crawl in the ring after we set it up and run around. And
so, you know what you should have done? When the kids were in the ring beating up Frankie Thomas for the show, you should have jumped in there and like put a couple kicks on Frankie.
Oh man!
Did you see one kick kicking square in the head?
No.
It was like, I don't know if it was.
I'm just so nervous around
it was.
I need to loosen up. I know that.
It was a little boy, probably about this big. He got in there. Yeah, they're playing with Frankie, and then he just like straight up bam.
But Frankie just had that smirk on. He was like,
"Well, Frankie's got kids. He understands." You know?
And he was like, "All right."
But man, y'all were okay. I thought the chairs went down fast because I'm breaking my table down. I got like 100 DVDs I got to put up. I got a pile of figures. I'm putting all this stuff up. I look up your fiance, and I think Trey, and a couple of people are throwing chairs up. They're almost all gone when I look up. And also I look, and the ring is like there's 2 corner posts left and like some pad. And I'm like, I've only been here like 15 minutes. How did y'all were just like,
we zoomed through. We did. Which, when you got people that know what they're doing.
Yeah. And everybody was ready to get through and go eat and go home, or go home and eat, whichever. Yeah. Hey man, y'all should have came to Waffle House.
We should have, but story for another time.
Yeah, because if you want to know what happened at Waffle House, you go to ASHAT Podcast here on YouTube and look up Waffle Wrestling Federation. The footage is there. This man has seen it. It was something else. It was something else. But overall, A through F, what would you give BIW, Bad to the Bone, September 25th, 2021, Brookhaven, Mississippi, 6 matches?
Honestly, if not for that first match, it would be an A+, but I'm giving it an A. And, well, the sped up finish right there at the end, I'd give it an A-.
I'm going with B+. And the first match is, like I said, it felt like Dark Heart was a 78 RPM record and playing at 33, just a little step off. And then, that main event, because it went so quick, I understand what happened. It's Gil Gracie. He's kicking you hard. APOC was probably just hurting, and had to pull some out quick to end it because he didn't want to get hurt anymore because he knows, about 2-3 weeks and the show's in Natchez. He's got to face somebody. He knows he's a fighting champion.
Looking forward to that.
That's going to be fun, man. Natchez is always fun, but we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So, Fairchild, you got anything to say to the folks when we get out?
Yeah. If you didn't like my comments, it's my opinion. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. And like I say every time, live fast, love hard, and die with your mask on.